All right, TJ, with the 2020 presidential election now weeks away, the White House has its eyes on New Hampshire. Melania Trump visited the Granite State last week. Vice President Mike Pence set to hold a rally there tomorrow as Republicans are hoping to turn the swing state red this November. Here to discuss is New Hampshire Governor Chris Sununu, up for re-election this fall. Governor, thanks for being with us. And I want to begin with what's been on everyone's mind since Friday, the death of Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I know you tweeted your condolences. How should she be remembered?
As a pioneer, as someone who not just broke a glass ceiling, but really set the example of what to do when you get through that glass ceiling. And I think obviously her loss is something that everyone is mourning and will continue to mourn. And those are going to be some big shoes to fill. So whatever Washington decides to do, they have to do it through a constitutional process. And I think what America is looking for is civility, right? They want to make sure that there's some integrity here. It's time for Washington to step up and actually show the American people that there can be a process with that integrity that America is looking for.
Yeah, I want to ask you about that process specifically, Governor, because as you know, the election's just 42 days away. What are your thoughts on the decision Senator Mitch McConnell has made to push forward with her replacement as we near the election?
Well, again, whatever Washington decides to do, they got to figure it out. But it can't just be one side versus the other, right? Mitch McConnell and the president and the whole process, they have an opportunity to show America they can come together and find some type of pathway forward. So that's really their decision to make. I can tell you, I have an open Supreme Court seat here in New Hampshire, and I'm going to wait till after the election to do it, just because that's just a political battle that's going to get heated, and it creates another divisive piece in there for us. So there is a process and a way to get it done, but Washington doesn't have a great track record in the past couple of years of working across party lines and kind of coming together and finding the right solution for America. So we'll see what happens.
Your state, New Hampshire, voted Democrat in the 2016 presidential election. In your opinion, has President Trump's handling of this pandemic helped or hurt its chances of their hopes turning your state red this November?
Well, I don't know if the pandemic, in terms of how he's handled it, is going to be the sole factor of this election. I think what America is looking for, what New Hampshire is looking for, is what happens afterwards, right? Because what happens in 21 and 22 is really what the president is going to be looking to be charged with, getting the jobs back on, making sure our communities are safe, making sure things can get back to where they were pre-pandemic. I think, President Trump obviously has a very good record of supporting the economy and supporting jobs, but there's obviously a lot of other factors that are going to come into play. I think, here in New Hampshire, we've been very successful, frankly, of managing this balance of keeping our COVID numbers low, keeping the economy strong, making investments into businesses and individuals. So obviously it's going to be a very contentious election on the national level, but here in New Hampshire, we just focus on the 603, and I think we've done pretty well.
New Hampshire Governor Christopher Sununu, we know you are a very busy man, so we thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.